Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to put a rear strut tower brace in the Plaid to help handling, and it's actually a nice divider from the front to back so that like I might think about for trips or something mounting a tire or a spare tire towards it so that way you don't actually worry about it flying into the front, but we'll see about that. But I do believe I could use it for that. Um, but it uses existing holes in the body, so there's no drilling or anything like that. You're going to use a couple of supplied hardware. They give you nuts and bolts to attach it to, like I said, holes that are there already. So um, the only modification you need to make is you have to cut holes in the carpet for the pipes to come through. So um, yeah, that's about it with that. So here it is. It is made to be removed. So you can take, there's Allens on each side of this. So if you flip it over, there's bolts going the other way too. So that you can remove this if you want to put something large in there, like if you got to carry something. From what I understand, it's a tight fit, so getting it in and out isn't that easy. So the only thing I thought of when they did it is maybe if they could have beveled the edges there, it would be easier to get it to start in there. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think, I got this truck here, so I suppose if I got to carry something big, I'd just leave, take this. But we'll get on with it. Literally, this piece here on the floor, you just pull it back and the whole thing comes out. There was nothing holding it in. And then we got to get these side panels off, the upper ones, and then pull this carpet back. And then mount those, the pieces in there that are on that are removable so that you can see where the holes go. And then you can cut the holes and then put the bar in. So hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, so I did not have to take this off. You can just get it from underneath. I would rather not mess with the glue on that. These just pop right out. You just kind of start at the back and just lightly pull on it. It'll pop out. And then you got to get these front ones loose so you can get this out from behind it. But now I'm going to pull these so I can pull the carpet back and I should be able to see where it's got to go. Okay, I did see another video on this, and he was kind of fighting the carpet to get around the loops. So I'll show you what I did, and I can't see it making an issue, so it'll probably save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration. But for the carpet, so you got a pin here and a pin there, and I'll show that later, but I put a little cut right here, okay, so you can get this around that loop, because otherwise you could try to pull it around that. It's super hard. So if you just put a little cut in it, you can get it out, and once you put this all in, the trim covers that all up and you're never going to see it. So where you need to go, there's this bolt hole right here and this right here, and that's it. So I'm gonna have to take the bar ends off so you can get it on those studs, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here is one of the pieces right here with the nut they supply. So here's the one that comes out. It's a 15 millimeter. It's too big to fit inside of this hole, so they give you a smaller nut here that will fit. So I just have to mount that one right there, and then I can get the bar kind of test fitted in here. Okay, so I have it all mounted, and there's one bolt in each side of the bar. I'm gonna say this: once you put this in, don't ever take it out, because it's tight as shit. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have to fight it one more time, but I'm gonna take the bar off because I have all these tight so that they stay there. And then I'm going to mark where I got to drill the holes, because I am going to use, this looks like this will work, this hole saw, because the carpet has got real short fabric, so I think, and it's kind of hard underneath it, so I think that'll work good. But either way, I'm going to take the Allens back out. I'm going to have to use this rubber mallet, knock these out of there, and then I'm hoping that I can get the carpet in place, you know, after I get the holes, and get this back on there and with the holes started. Because, yeah, I don't think I ever want to take this apart again. But I haven't been in it that long, but as far as like, oh, just take it out quick to move something large, yeah, I just don't see it. So let's continue. So I got them really close, but the hole saw worked very easily. I might need to finagle a little bit to get this hole exactly close, but I don't know that it's really needed, because these pipes are going to hold it up anyway. So hopefully now I can get this bar in here without having to go to the mounting holes underneath. So surprisingly, with luck, it actually did go in. Just had to tap it a little bit to get it started, but it was not a problem. So now I just have to put the trim back together, and that'll be it. Oh, the other video I saw, he pulled this piece out and, you know, pulled on the glue and stuff. You don't have to do that. So you could just line it up, because you'll see the protrusions in the back, like these here. You line them up with your holes, you can get it super close, and then just grab this lip and run your finger up, and it'll go right over it. So I just have to get that side on, a couple pieces that go in the back seat, and then this piece here just drops in, and then that's it. All right, it's literally, since I was talking about putting these on, about 15 minutes later, and it's all back. So this whole job was under 2 hours, and this is the first time I've ever done it, obviously. But yeah, so it's fairly simple. Like I said here, you're going to pop these off. You can leave the rubber on, and like I said, you take it and you just like this to get it underneath, and then actually it's best to pull these off first. Pull these forward, and then you can easily get these things off here. But it's pretty clean. The holes had to tweak a little bit. I put little reliefs in that corner because of the bracket, but it's not bad at all. So you know, I don't know, maybe the bar will come out okay, because actually I put it in, it wasn't that bad. So I'll have it in there for a while, and, you know, I don't know, settle or whatever, wiggle its way in its permanent spot. Maybe that bar will be, the bottom goes in actually easy. The top you have to kind of persuade it with a hammer a little bit. But yeah, I guess it will come out, but I think I'd rather not, because I don't want to pull all of this stuff apart to get it out of there, or to, if I have to, you know, loosen the mounting bolts, because that would just suck. But other than that, we'll see how it does. Now for back here, what I did here was where this piece protrudes with this off, when I put the carpet up against there, I stuck a knife up to it so that it was at the center of this, and I poked it through so it was dead center of this round piece. And when I poked it through, I kind of twisted it in there to make the hole, and then I used the hole saw, and it was pretty close. I mean, it wasn't 100% perfect. I had to tweak the bottom a little bit to pull the carpet up a little higher just by a little, but if you mark the hole a little bit better than I did, you won't have a problem whatsoever. So that is how I marked those. And really, the whole installing this bar, the time that you have to take is mainly to get these holes in the carpet. Because if the carpet wasn't there, you could put this in like 30 minutes. But the whole thing of making it look decent is, marking your holes in the carpet to install it. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about that part. All right, so I took the car out and on the highway, and it's completely different car. I mean, completely, totally feels tight on the highway and turns. You take corners, it just feels so different. I can't actually believe that simple thing changed the car that much. So I highly recommend it for even if you have a regular Model S and you're not too worried about that little divide in the middle there. Um, like I said, it does come out, but I don't think I'm ever going to take it out. So it's yeah, totally worth it. So uh, I'm giving it like 5 out of 5 stars. It's just that much different uh, for the ease of the installation, and yeah, and the fact that it just bolts right in, no problem. It's a no brainer. So yeah, highly recommend that. So the only thing left to do on the car that I want to do this car is get that track pack or the ceramic brakes from Tesla done um, next year, and then we're gonna call it on this car. And then after that, we'll just do like how it performs. I'm not putting anything other than these. I might run the 21s for a track thing or something like that, like a road course or something, because I do have them. So it probably would handle better with those. Um, but other than that, I don't plan on switching anything else. So this car has come along and it's looking the part, that's for sure. And just tweaking the handling on it because it's fast enough. It doesn't really need any more speed other than taking some weight out. But I probably countered the weight. I took 20 to 30 rotational mass off the wheels and added 25 or 20 pounds for this brakes in the car. So I know rotational is different than that, but the total weight of the car is pretty much the same. So more to come, and we'll catch you on the next one.